Hey everybody, it's Vince from Spradley Kia in Southern Colorado, Pueblo, Colorado, and I am here today to show you the SX Sorento 2022, the Kia SX Sorento 2022. This model does have the rear entertainment system in the back, and it is in the blue color with the gray interior. I really am a fan of the blue color. I'm not really a fan of blue in real life, but I really do like how the blue on this model is. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe if you like what you see. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers by Thanksgiving, so a couple of weeks. But again, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Definitely does help me out in the long run, and I just want to see how many subscribers I can get. Alright, so basic walk around. I'm just going to kind of show you some everyday features, what most people would be into. So right away from the beginning, from the top of the car, we have the Tiger Eye lights and the Tiger Nose grille with Kia's signature script badging. Pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the new Kia script badging. I like the daytime running lights, which you can see right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on. So you do have remote start on the key fob, and you just lock it and then press and hold. It does start the car up. You got your Continental tires, and these should be 20-inch or 19-inch if I'm not mistaken. I think the SX Prestige for sure has 20-inch. Nope, these ones have 20 inches. So you have a 20-inch tire as well. Not too shabby. You can really see the car lines from this angle, and with the sun where it's positioned, you can kind of see how it reflects, and it's a really attractive car. I'm a really big fan of it myself. You do have the mirror caps here in black, and then you can see this is just a standard SX, not an SX Prestige or an SX X-Line, or else the X-Line badging would be right there. Taking a look at the top, you have your standard roof rack rails with where you can put the crossbars on. So it does not have the X-Line rails because, again, this is just a standard SX. So we used to call SX as the top of the line, but now since the Prestige packages are out, there's a they have some competition. SXs are no longer top of the line. One thing I want to show you is the push and pop gas cap. So as long as it is unlocked, you can open the gas cap. If the car is locked, which I am going to lock again, nothing happens. Can't get in. But once you unlock it, opens right up. Push and pop cap. Pretty cool. Taking a look at the back, you have the Sorento badging right across the back, and you have the Kia signature badging across the top there, which I'm a huge fan of. Like I said, you have the black kind of liner at the bottom, and then you have the rear parking sensors, if you can see them right there, across the back as well. This guy is an all-wheel drive model, so you do see the all-wheel drive badging on the left-hand side, but what is noticeably missing is the SX badging on the right-hand side. This year, Kia has kind of gotten away with the badging on the right-hand side, so you know it's a Kia, you know it's a Sorento, but you cannot tell which trim level it is just by simply looking at the back. It does have an auto liftgate as well. I'm going to pop the auto liftgate in the back. I like how it's configured right away, where you can see how there's plenty of cargo room in the back. So the third row seats do go all the way down, as you can see here. And then to bring them up, you just pull the strap here and then bring these guys nice and easy up. Plenty of legroom in the third row. A full-size adult can fit back there. I'm 5'9", 190 pounds, and I can fit perfectly fine in the third row. You do have child anchor locks on your seats as well. So if you have little ones, you do have the anchor locks not only on the back, but you also have the metal hooks in the bottom of the bottom of the seat. In the third row, you do have a not wireless, I'm sorry. You do have the USB port for phone charging in the back there. And then you also have them on the back side over there, left and right. You do have the second row L&R buttons, so if you press those buttons, those seats will drop. It's that way you can have a full cargo area all the way to the front two seats in the front. So definitely a lot of space back here. One thing that I really like that most people kind of take for granted is you do have the seatbelt clips. So you can clip the seatbelts. That way when you have them in, when you're looking at it with the cargo mode, you can see how the seatbelt clips are effective there. They're just not in the way, like on this side. When I pull this guy down, pull it forward, it's not terribly in the way, so it's not really obtrusive, but definitely is in the way. So you could just move these guys back, bring it back. Plenty of room in the back cargo area. So in order to close it, you do have the buttons right up top. So I'm going to try not to get into the sun, but right up there you have the lock and close hatch. You can just press that button and it will gladly, easily go down. So let's take a look at the second row here, because this is kind of, oops, gotta unlock it. This is kind of where, in this particular model with the entertainment system in the back, where it kind of really shines. So let's just start with the seats. So you do have captain's chairs in the second row. It's very easy to get into the third row. You have a button right here that you can press. And then you also have the button right up here that you can press. If you press it, it slides forward and it gives you the access to get in the back. So you have your little handheld button right here, your little handheld where I can easily climb in the back. Or if you're little, you can kind of go down the middle aisle right there. Very easy to push this back. I can kind of do it with one hand. And then there is a bar underneath. So down here there is a bar. That bar means you can adjust this seat all the way back. So now you can adjust that guy all the way back. You have your Sorento seal plate right there. Skid plate? Not skid plate. And then let's climb in here. Right away you see you have air in the back, as well as charging ports down there as well. You also have charging ports in the seat, both one there and one there. But the real awesome part about this is going to be the entertainment system. So here is the entertainment system. Kind of try not to get the glare there, but you have YouTube. Gotta have Wi-Fi. So you have YouTube, internet, media player, apps for kids, all that kind of stuff. You have mirroring, so you could mirror your smartphone. You have an HDMI outlet, which is right there. See it? You have, obviously settings, which you can click into, and then it will give you a list of nearby Wi-Fi. If you want to go through Bluetooth devices. I had a customer pair their Beats headphones to these things, so it worked out pretty well. So you can use your own wireless headset if you wish. As you can see, you kind of can get the feel of the controls. Go back up to Wi-Fi. You have the button on the side here which turns it off, and then you also have a USB port there, and then you have a micro USB port right there. Taking a look at the front cabin, kind of just got a quick little glance there of how that looks from back here. You can see the steering wheel, kind of the positioning of that big beautiful 10.2-inch screen. Pretty nifty. What's really cool is you have dual screens, so you have another screen over here. So if you got two kids, you can definitely go ahead and take a look, and you can have both kids entertained. They don't have to be on the same program. They can both be doing their own thing, which is really cool. And because this is the mounted entertainment system, you can see how it's mounted right there in the second row. So these guys are very sturdy. They don't just pop off. Super cool, very entertaining. The customers I've had that have installed these guys have loved them. It's one of those things where, you know, obviously it's not necessary, but if you're going to be going on long car trips, if my kids are in sports, so I mean, if you go into sports and you're, you know, driving around the state for that kind of stuff and you have little ones, definitely is pretty cool. All right, so that is the second row. You do have cup holders there with the new kind of squarish fashion, which I kind of like. Not horrible. Now the real impressive stuff is going to be in the cabin. So right away off the bat, it knows I have the keys in my pocket, and that's why it's beeping like that. But right off the bat, you have your standard window controls, door locks, window locks. You have your automatic seats for the driver here. You can really see the gray leather in this from this angle. I'll kind of give you this little inside angle there, but you can really see the gray leather right here in the left hand side. You have your auto dimmer, so you can set how you want the lights for the center console and the infotainment system. You have lane keep assist, the auto hold for the hatch, so you can open the hatch from up here too, and then your traction control. All right, so getting in the car, right away you have this new feature that Kia introduced in 2021. This again is a 2022, but it does say your vehicle will automatically be turned off in 25 minutes and 3 seconds, and it's a countdown, and then the engine will shut off. You can set that for an hour, so it is customizable, but you do have that little gauge there to save with the you know, the battery, the engine, that kind of thing. Steering wheel, so kind of everything you're going to really do is going to be right here on the steering wheel. If you you know, if you want it to be, you have your radio controls, your volume, your tuner. You can answer a call, decline a call. This car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is really cool. So if you have your smartphone hooked up to it, you can control your digital assistant, your voice assistant right here. And then also if you just want to use Kia's voice assistant, you can, and that's this button here as well by pressing and holding. You have on the right hand side is your cruise control features, so you can choose your cruise control. This guy does have adaptive cruise control, so you can set your car to car lengths instead of miles per hour. So if the car in front of you does 100, you will do 100. If they do 10 miles an hour, you will do 10 miles an hour. And then honestly, if you combined it with lane keep assist, cruise control, blind spot detector, rear cross traffic, all that stuff, I mean, this car practically drives itself. It will even take slight turns as well, which is kind of cool. This little guy is your lane follow assist, so every time you get in the car, if you want to press that, you'll see the little icon appear right there next to your lane keep assist icon. That way you can activate lane follow assist, so that really does help with you know, the safety of the experience. It's really cool on safety features in this car. All right, so the other button that I get a lot of questions on is this guy right here, the 2 pages. So when you press 2 pages, you can change this middle screen here, and then the toggle switch right here, this little guy, that toggle switch goes up and down. So if you don't like, you know, you can always customize it. There's your trip info, there's your different drive modes, there is your average fuel economy, which you can reset. I'm going to go ahead and just put this in drive real quick. That way it kind of resets that. There we go. Different drive modes. So let's go down to drive modes real quick. Well, we'll get to that in a second actually. But when you select your drive modes, you can see it right here when you use the knob. You have, you know, your smart, your sport, comfort, eco, and snow. My wife really does like smart. I've never been a fan of smart, but it's one of those things where if it'll learn kind of how you drive, and it'll give you power where you need it. So it'll basically be in eco mode for the most part, but then when you need power, it'll throw you into sport mode. I'm kind of a normal guy or a comfort guy. Sport's really fun too, but I'm really just eco. We live in Colorado. You know, we haven't got a lot of snow this year, but we do have the snow mode, which gives you kind of like an extra all-wheel drive. So going to show you what I've been doing. I've been turning this knob here. So if it's highlighted in orange, that means it's active. So there's comfort mode, sport mode, smart mode, snow mode, and then eco. Again, snow just kind of gives you, some extra traction if you're in bad weather. You do have your rear wheel lock differential. So if it's highlighted in orange, that means it's on. So if you want to lock your rear wheels, you can just by pressing that knob there. You do have a camera. So pressing that guy will activate the camera. You have your forward parking sensors that should be turned on. Automatic parking brake, downward hill assist, auto hold, and auto off. Auto hold is actually quietly one of my favorite features of any Kia that has it. If I want to go ahead and do it, I'm going to put myself in drive. I'm going to pull forward for just a bit. Now let's say I'm at like a drive-through, or if I'm picking up my kid from practice and I want to be like in a park mode, all I have to do is press my foot all the way down on the brake and then press auto hold. When I do that, you'll see auto hold appear right there in the screen, and then I can take my foot off the brake, which is kind of cool. So, and then now I'm just in a park mode. So I can take my feet off the pedals. I'm just relaxing, and then when I'm ready to go, all I do is press my foot on the accelerator. And then if I want to do it again, I'm in the same cycle of driving. So 1 engine revolution, I guess, that's a thing. All I do is put my foot back down on the brake. You'll see auto hold re-engage, and then I can take my feet off the pedals again. So super cool. So this is an SX model, like I said, not an SX Prestige. So in an SX, you do get the heated seats. You do not get air-conditioned seats, but you do also get wireless phone charging, USB ports, charging ports, all right there. And then this little guy closes. Kind of cool. You do have dual climate control. So dual climate control, driver and passenger can be at different temperatures. You have your blower speeds. You can control this when it's synced. You will always sync to the driver. To turn that feature off, just click sync, turn it off, and then now I can go down to low. Passenger can be up here at 65, and then if I want to synchronize that, clever, just click sync. So that's kind of cool. You can turn your AC off right there, turn the whole unit off, then you have your defrosters over there. Hazard lights right there. Hopefully nobody ever has to use those, but if you do, you want to be safe. So now you have the big screen up here, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of it. I really do like how it kind of blends into the center with this little black finish here. You kind of can't really tell where one starts and one begins, but I really do like how this screen looks. You can have different modes or different profiles. So you can have a guest, user 1 and a user 2, so that way it can save your user preferences. You can see the outline of the navigation right there. See if I can get a better look at that, but you can get the outline of the navigation. But this guy is a swipe screen, so all you do is swipe it to the left to the driver, and then you have your buttons. So again, built-in navigation, Bluetooth, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which you can set up under phone projection. You can do voice memos, control the climate, quiet mode, which is kind of cool. So quiet mode, when quiet mode is selected, all the radio and the media will play only in the front speakers and not in the rear speakers, and the volume will be down to 7. I would demonstrate that, but then YouTube likes to censor my stuff. So just trust me when I say that's a pretty cool feature, and I strongly recommend using it. What's really cool here is it kind of illustrates the tri boxes, the 3-level boxes, 1 box, 2 box, 3 boxes. The third box you can manipulate, so you can make that box whatever you want. See, I actually like that song, but too bad I can't play it. But there you go. If you ever want to collapse that box, this little white arrow here, press it and it'll collapse to the full screen. Same thing, if you ever want to bring up your tri-level, press the little arrow and it'll bring it right up. Little arrow takes you back, little house takes you home. So I'm going to go back to home, which is going to be this screen right here, and I can still keep scrolling. So you do have UVO, which is now going to be called Kia Connect in the upcoming update. Kia Connect / UVO is our app, our digital assistant. Oop, get a little unsteady there. But when you have that, you have built-in roadside assistance. You have your vehicle diagnostics. You have the settings, which I'm going to turn on. Make sure 911 Connect is on. 911 Connect is insanely helpful. What that does is if your phone is connected to the car and you're in an accident and the airbags deploy, the car will call 911 for you, which is kind of cool. I don't know why it doesn't come defaulted as on, but it does have that feature. Little arrow will take you back. We can spend an hour going through every one of these settings, but trust me when I say it's insanely customizable. I mean, you even have a valet mode if you wish, that will lock your head unit here. If you do not like the touchscreen for any reason, you do have a form of physical buttons here and here, so you can use the track on the songs, like you can seek it with the physical touch buttons. You also have the knob, the tuner knob right there, and then your volume knob right there. One thing that's really cool are the vents. You have these really cool kind of oblongish shaped vents with the little teeny knee vents down here, which are kind of cool. You really do feel them. I mean, they're really not bad. I really like the air conditioning in this car, and it's just super economical. It's a perfect size for someone's garage. I've had people choose the Sorento over the Telluride just because of how it fits in your garage. And there's so much stuff we can go over too. I mean, we didn't even talk about the light bar, setting your lights to auto. That way your lights turn off and on as the sun goes up and down. And then one of the most impressive parts is this big, beautiful panoramic sunroof. All the way back. It keeps going and going and going. And then the glass retracts. Now, I'm horrible with these things, but you can also just bring the glass up and not the partition by pressing it a certain way. And then you press it a different way, and then you can just raise the glass for air. So just depending upon how you press the button will dictate what kind of experience you have with the sunroof, which is really cool. Now, one thing this car does not have is the mirror with the buttons for your garage door, the home link. Not a home link mirror, just your standard mirror, so nothing too impressive there. But again, let's talk about the color in this thing. So you have the big, beautiful captain's chairs with the gray interior. I like it. I mean, I'm not really a fan typically of blue and gray, you know, especially the light color interior. I've always been a dark colored interior guy, but I like it. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and park it real quick back up on the, oops, still got auto hold, see, look, all I got to do is press my foot on the accelerator. I'm going to go ahead and park it back up on the pad. We only have 3 new cars on the lot right now, and one of them's being shown at the moment, the Kia Niro. But we have 2 Sorentos, a Kia Niro, and actually we just got a Rio off the truck yesterday, so let me rephrase that. We have 4 brand new cars. So if you are waiting for me to post videos, especially of stuff I don't have yet, like I haven't done before, then it might take a while because I am not getting a lot of inventory. I'm selling cars, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad time to be in the business. It's just we're selling them as quickly as they're coming off the truck, and then used cars and new cars, that's a whole different animal right there. So it's not, I'm actually having a really good quarter. It's just one of those things where you just have to update how you do your sales. But this guy is going right up on our pedestal, right up on the street. Sorry about the sun. Alright, again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I definitely do appreciate it. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment field below. I try to get to them. And I will see you guys down at the dealership. Thanks, guys.